Shringi'S Curse. Once King Parikshit went out hunting. While chasing a deer, he lost his way. Overcome with thirst, hunger, and fatigue, he wandered about. Finally, he saw an ashrama at a distance. He hurried towards it. He went inside and shouted for someone. The king found the place empty, or so he thought. Walking around the palace, he found a rishi who was absorbed in meditation. His eyes were closed. He had brought his senses and his breath under the control, and he was oblivious to the world around him. His hair was matted, and he was wearing the skin of a deer. The king spoke to him and asked him for water. He received no response. Again and again he asked for water, and he found that the rishi persisted in his silence. With his mind clouded by his physical anguish and his ego hurt by the seeming indifference of the rishi, the king lost his temper. He looked around and found a dead snake lying on the ground. In a perverse frame of mind, Parikshit lifted the dead snake with the tip of his bow. Placing it on the neck of the rishi, he walked away from there. Still, Shamika, the great rishi, did not wake up from his trance. Shamika had a young son by name Shringi. Some of his playmates went to Shringi and said, "You think so highly of yourself, but you must swallow your pride hereafter, since you are, after all, the son of a man who carries corpses." Shringi glared at them, and laughingly they told him about the condition of his father, about the dead snake which was placed around the neck of the rishi by the king of the country. Young Shringi's anger was uncontrollable. He said, "This arrogant king has insulted my father. I will punish him. A week from today, the dread serpent Takshaka will sting him and he will die." He then rushed to his father's presence and wailed aloud. His voice roused the rishi from samadhi. He opened his eyes and saw the dead snake on his shoulders. Putting it aside casually, he said, "My son, why are you crying? Did anyone hurt you?" Shringi told him what had happened, and he also told him about his cursing the king. Shamika was very angry with his son for his hasty action. In his anger, he had cursed the good man. He said, "You are young and you do not know how to restrain yourself. You were too rash. Why did you curse that king who is the best among men? Do you not know that he is a righteous king? Because he was hungry and thirsty, and again because I did not answer his questions, he threw the snake on my neck in sheer disgust. It was a childish gesture and should have been treated as such. This is not reason enough for you to pronounce such a dreadful curse on him. This Paurava king has been called Vishnurata since the Lord himself protected him when he was in his mother's womb. Because of him, the world is protected from the threat of Kali. You have made the earth lose her very precious son because of your impulsiveness. I ask you to leave this place and perform tapas until you learn self-control. Now that you have cursed him, the good king will have to die. Let me at least warn him of his impending doom and give him a chance to prepare himself for the other world." The king, in the meantime, returned to his kingdom. He was feeling unhappy about his stupid action. He knew that he had committed an unpardonable sin. When he was in this frame of mind, there came to him a disciple of Shamika by name Gauramukh, who told him about the curse.